Tell me you have a very clingy little dog without telling me you have a very clingy little dog. I'll go first. What do you think? How's that for clingy?
It's just a baby.
Odie likes to be included while I do things in the kitchen. So we're gonna make a cup of tea. Do you remember how to do it? I know it's hard to remember when you don't have thumbs to practice with.
Put your records on.
Remember, first, we put water in the kettle. And then we turn it on with this button. Do you remember?
You do.
I got these Earl Grey tea bags kind of purely just because they had a wiener dog on the front. One of my go-to drink orders in the States is a London Fog. It's either a chai tea latte or a London Fog latte. Have not seen a London Fog latte on the menu here anywhere that I've been. Maybe that's an American thing. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. All it is an Earl Grey latte with vanilla. See, we take the tea bag and we put it in the cup. And then we take our water and we pour it in. Yeah, just like that. So I just got the stuff to make one at home. This is called Gold Top. I think it's glorified half and half. It's milk with a layer of cream at the top, a high cream content. Then we got our vanilla. Okay, do you remember what to do next? Put a little bit of milk in there. No, it's not for you. We're making a drink. I'm gonna do a splash of vanilla. Take the spoon, you mix it. I just bought one of those milk frothers so I could froth up the milk for this, but I forgot to buy batteries, so we're just mixing for now. Okay, and then you take the tea bag out and you pour in the cream. And then you mix it. And voila, a London Fog. I was gonna sit and chat for a second, but my brother and his wife sent me a care package and Odie is not gonna leave the box alone until we open it. So maybe I'll just open it with you all. Okay, little chef, do you wanna see what we got? Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, we got an elephant, a dragon. What did you get, baby? You want the elephant? Oh my gosh, what is this? A pig? A flying pig? They sent a card that says all the way from the USA and there's a bunch of stickers of dumpsters on fire. Pretty fitting if you ask me. What did we get, baby? You got your things? We got a giant Chick-fil-A sauce. Chocolates. What is this? Some hot dog dachshund crochet craft kit. It comes with all of the thread and everything. Look, I can make you into a hot dog. They sent me a little sloth journal, a Costa Rican sloth tote bag, and 2 boxes of Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. This is culture. This is Southern American culture. You can't buy this here. Wow, bud, we are spoiled. We are so spoiled. We've been having such great weather. I was off work today and Odie and I spent like 3 hours in the park this morning. It's kind of been toying with us a little bit. We'll have 2 days of glorious warm sunshine where everybody walking around has a pep in their step and a song in their heart, followed by 4 days of cold rain clouds. But on these days where the sun is out, it feels so amazing to just go outside and lay in the grass and photosynthesize. I've also implemented a new little routine with my best friend back in the States. We call it walkie-talkie. It's where I go to the park, usually early afternoon for me. It's super early in the morning for her. I think she's 5 or 6 hours behind me considering daylight savings time adjustments. And then we have about an hour before she heads into work where we send rapid fire voice memos back and forth to each other, which feels like a really fun game of transatlantic walkie-talkie. It somehow has worked out better for us to do that than to have a scheduled phone conversation. It's easy when you're super long distance to get in a rut with texting. I feel like our conversations kind of get circular sometimes between, hey, how are you? I'm struggling, how are you? Oh, I'm also struggling. Okay, well, hang in there, girlfriend. So it's just been really nice to talk to her and I feel like my spirit is lifted afterwards. I had a job interview after that, which, to be honest, I don't feel like it went very well. So I feel kind of shitty about that. I will definitely be beating myself up about it internally for the rest of the day, but I'm really gonna try to let it go tomorrow and just pretend that it didn't happen. I've done more interviews this past year than I have in a really long time, maybe even ever. And a year ago, I would have said that I was a good interviewer and that I was confident in interviewing, but I fear that I've gotten worse since I've been doing it. You would think with practice and repetition, I'd be getting better, but for some reason, I just feel like with all the effort and rejection that I've been putting into it, I feel like I'm getting worse. Or I'm at least just less confident when I'm speaking, and I feel like I'm getting flustered more. So that kind of sucks. I also feel like I may be in a transitional phase. I'm trying to pinpoint where exactly I'm going wrong and kind of like trying to shift my focus into something more productive. I don't know, because it kind of feels like clearly what I'm doing is not working for me. So maybe these roles that I'm pursuing are not right for me, not meant for me. Is the time and energy that I'm putting into them, would it be better spent putting it into something else? I obviously love YouTube. I love making videos. I love doing my art stuff. I've never put my eggs all in that basket because it is such a volatile and unpredictable source of income. And there's definitely an element of, I just don't feel good enough. I don't think I could ever be successful in that way because it's so hard to do. And also I'm just not that lucky, but I don't know, like what I'm doing is not working. So maybe that energy would be better spent putting it into this. I do feel a little bit of accomplishment today because I finally made some doctor's appointments that I've been putting off for a good 6 months. I don't know why making doctor's appointments is so intimidating to me. I need to go to the dentist for a teeth cleaning and just general checkup. And then I also need to get my IUD changed. I have a 5-year hormonal IUD currently that actually expires this month, so I do have to get it replaced. I've just been a little bit wary because this will be my first time actually going to the doctor here and utilizing the NHS. The dental care is different. I have been to the dentist here before, and we have dental insurance for us to go. That's not part of the NHS. But going to the doctor for the IUD will be through the NHS. I have heard some criticism here, like from people that I work with, that sometimes it can take a long time to get an appointment for things with the NHS. So I was kind of anticipating having to wait a long time for the appointment, which is also not great that I put it off for so long. I had registered with a GP practice when we moved to this neighborhood just to be on record with them, but I've never actually gone to them yet. So I called them to make an appointment. They told me that they did not do birth control services there and that I needed to go to a sexual health clinic. Did a little Google search, found the closest one to me, which is actually in a hospital that's nearby. And I called them and actually got an appointment for this week. It's in 3 days. So I feel like I got really lucky with that. I'm still nervous about it because I know it's gonna hurt. And just because it's my first time going to the doctor in this country, so I don't know if my expectations should be different. I'm not sure what to expect. But one thing I am excited about is not having to pay $1,200 for this IUD, because that's how much my last one cost me. Thank you, socialized healthcare. So this is your sign. If you need a little bit of encouragement to make that appointment you've been putting off forever, this is me giving it to you. You can do it. It's not gonna take as long as you think, and you're gonna feel really good when it's over. Hi, I just got off work. I'm on my way to the clinic right now for my IUD appointment, and I'm just talking to myself. I'm trying to hype myself up because I really don't want to do this right now. On the list of like things I want to do today, this is not on the list. Having my cervix jabbed open, having my cave spelunked, it's just never going to be making the list.
It is so bad, I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1.
Okay, I'm all done, hallelujah. And you know what? I am actually pleasantly surprised by that experience. Aside from them making me pee in a test tube the size of my thumb, I had to do a urine sample, and the nurse handed me this tiny container, and I looked at it and was like, does this thing come with a funnel by chance? And the nurse was kind of like, haha. And I was like, No, but seriously, haha. I had to wait quite a bit for the appointment, and when the nurse practitioner finally did come out, it was a guy, and I had specifically requested it to be a woman, so it kind of was like, fuck. Am I gonna make a big deal out of this? Am I gonna wait and like reschedule? I decided to just give him a chance, and I will give this man his flowers. He actually did a really great job. He was very kind, professional, empathetic. It was all good. And then before the procedure started, he asked me what kind of anesthesia I wanted, and I was like, come again? This is my third time getting an IUD, and I have never been offered anesthesia of any kind in the past. So he was like, yeah, you can choose from these 3 options. And I was like, okay, work, all of the above. And then when the procedure was over, he took one of those like hot pocket heating pad things that activates when you shake it up, took one of those and put it on my uterus. I'm really surprised with that level of care. My $1,200 could never. I will say the hospital did look old. Like it looked like it had not been renovated or updated since about 1970. It was giving publicly funded. It made my old hospital look like the Ritz-Carlton of hospitals, the Four Seasons of gynecology, but I didn't have to pay extra for my appointment. So I'll take it. Hello, good morning everybody. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I have to go to the dentist. I don't really have any other plans today either, so I might just kind of make a day out of it while I'm out. So let's get ready, shall we? Okay, stunning. Something that's interesting about this dentist office is it's actually inside of an old church. Like the building used to be a church, and then something happened to it. It was no longer structurally sound and I think partially collapsed. But instead of tearing it down and building over it, I guess the city like took ownership of it and then turned the old bell tower or clock tower into a leasable office space, which is now a dentist office. And then the rest of the church just got turned into a community garden. So it's like the garden is where the pews used to be, and the walkway is, I guess, where the main aisle was. And that part is outdoor, like it's an outdoor garden with benches and flowers and plants and whatnot. But they still left some of the existing stone walls of the old church up. So it's just like a very interesting building. And I feel like something you would not really see in the US, at least where I'm from. Like I've never been to a dentist office that wasn't in a strip mall with a parking lot. I feel like this is one of those quirky things that I'm always gonna remember about living here. In the future, when I'm sitting in my strip mall dentist chair, I'm gonna be thinking about that little blip of my life where I went to the dentist inside of an old church tower. Dentist is all done, no cavities, we're good to go. I just walked by St. Paul's Cathedral. They have some cherry blossoms blooming up. Right now, I just kind of fancy a walk down by the river, so I'm headed down there now. And I'm just gonna walk and maybe find a pastry or something. Tower Bridge super in the background. This is a Millennium Bridge, which is the bridge from Harry Potter that the Death Eaters wreck. There's like Shakespeare's Globe is right over there. I love this city. Patrick is actually off work today, so he's gonna come into town and meet me, and we're gonna get some lunch, and I think maybe bop around the British Museum for a little bit. We did buy a membership to the British Museum, so we can skip the line and go to all of like the paid rotating exhibits whenever we want. So I think that's the plan. Indian food, pastry, Indian food, British Museum. Good morning. It's the next day. They're doing some construction in our hallway, so I might be a little bit loud. Patrick and I are both off today. We're gonna do a little outing over to a park that we don't normally go to. We're gonna go over to Regent's Park just to kind of see what kind of flowers and trees are blooming over there for spring. I am on the hunt for more cherry blossoms. Why are you in puppy prison? He just puts himself in there. Here's my little fit of the day. I have this really cute red flowy gingham dress that also could double as a picnic blanket. I also want to use today to do a little trial run of 2 new dog carriers that I got for Odie. This is the first one. It's a quilted tote bag that has an opening for his head here, and then it zips up on the top. This is by the brand Teddy Maximus. I got this because we have some upcoming travel plans this summer that involve longer train rides. I wanted to get him something that he could kind of have his own little confined space to sit in on the trains, and also just make it a little bit easier for me to carry him around. We have tried this bag out once before. We took him to a little cafe and I put this in the chair next to me, and he sat very sweetly in his carrier while we ate. He's okay sitting in it. He doesn't like it as much riding in it. So I just want to test this out today and get him a little bit more used to riding on my shoulder. The other carrier that I got him is this little sling, and it doesn't look like much. This is by the brand Hugo and Ted, also a local UK company. It's a really stretchy fabric, and it slings around your shoulder like this and makes a little kangaroo pouch for your pup to sit in. This one we've tried out. He prefers, I think, a lot more than the tote carrier because it is more like I'm holding him, but he just kind of gets wrapped up like a little burrito here. I do still have to support his weight a little bit when I'm carrying him just to make him feel more secure, but it does put a lot of weight off of my arms and onto my shoulder, so I can carry him for longer distances in his little sling. And it's a lot lower maintenance than that long baby wrap thing that I have been carrying him in. Who's out there? Oh my gosh, who's out there? I think that carrier I'm gonna use more for train rides and going out to eat, and this is gonna be more of a daily carrier for him. I bought this one that's a thinner, more breathable fabric for summer, and then I also bought their winter version, which is a thicker fleece fabric, so he can just be in his little pouch when he needs it. Is that cozy in there? Yeah. Okay, let's go to the park. Good morning. It is a new week, I think. I'm out running some errands today. It is gorgeous out. It's like 55 and sunny, which is like perfect weather. I need to go to the post office today. I need to stop by the grocery store and get something for dinner. And I also just learned about an antique mall market that's not too far from where I'm going. Somebody at work recommended it to me. So I'm gonna pop over there first and see what kind of trouble I can get into. Kind of a bust, both in filming and purchases for me. It was like 4 floors of antique booths, like individual vendors selling stuff. And it was cool, like there was stuff that I liked, but it was very much antique prices. No bargains to be had for the stuff that I wanted. There was also like a lot of no filming, no photo signs everywhere, so I didn't want to get in trouble. I have been wanting some antique books with very ornate, pretty spines, purely for just decoration purposes. There was a vendor that had some, but they were like at least 75 quid a pop, and I'm not really trying to spend that much. I don't want to be done walking around. It's just too nice out. So I think I'm gonna walk over to this plant nursery that I actually found last year. It is the prettiest, most darling little plant nursery I've ever seen. It has like an outdoor space, an indoor greenhouse, and a little cafe area. There's also a kitty that lives at the nursery, so I hope that I see him. Also, one of my houseplants died over the winter, so I'd like to get something to replace it. And I do think that a new plant would heal me at this time. I do fear that. I really do love the no car lifestyle. I've gotten 20,000 steps today, just like doing my thing, bopping around town. Sadly, there was no resident kitty at the greenhouse, but I'll show you a picture of what he looks like when he is there. I'm gonna go to the grocery store now. I think I'm gonna get, my US girls will know this, I'm craving the barbecue chicken pizza from California Pizza Kitchen, so I'm just gonna make it. Hello, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day today. We have no real plans, but also very exciting plans because today we're gonna go get ice cream. During the summer here, the Royal Parks bring out ice cream trucks for the public, soft serve ice cream trucks. And last summer, Odie was obsessed with the ice cream trucks. We gave him a taste of ice cream one time, and then after that, he would just go stand by the trucks, waiting, demanding his ice cream. And I saw the other day that the trucks are back. There's also some spots in Kensington Gardens where the cherry blossoms seem to be in full bloom. So I thought maybe we could get some little family photos with the flowers. But that's really all that's on the plan for today. Just walk around the park, enjoy the weather, get some ice cream. Yeah, let's do it. I think I'm gonna cut the vlog here. I do feel like my videos are very heavy on the I'm just gonna go walk around the park today, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know if that's interesting, but my life kind of revolves around making my dog happy. If he's happy, then I'm happy. I'm taking him to the park, but really he's taking me to the park, you know? He's taking me out to walk and get my exercise and see the sun, which is good for both of us. Next week, Patrick's parents are coming to visit us. His dad and stepmom are flying in from the States. They want to see all the major touristy sites. We're taking them to Westminster Abbey, St. Paul, Big Ben, probably a museum or two. We're doing a little river cruise with them, Buckingham Palace. We're doing all the classics. So I'm excited about that. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Most of that stuff we have not done in a very long time, or we haven't done it at all. We've kind of been saving some of that stuff to do with family because we knew they were going to want to see some of it. So that stuff will be in the next vlog. And then we're also going to Edinburgh with them for a few days while they're here. We're taking the train up to Scotland. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Some of that will be in an upcoming video, and I'll try to be more on top of my editing so it doesn't take months in between each of these. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, love you, bye.